Fighting Back has made an impact on Americans for so many years, and you decided to make it into a movie. Was it hard for you?
Hard, but I felt a lot of pressure to do it right because the book had such an impact on everything, and there's so many powerful themes in the book. I wanted to make sure that everyone could portray each theme as powerful as they did in the book. So it was just a lot of pressure.
The author, how do you feel about your book being turned into a movie?
Well, it was both scary and exciting because, you're worrying about if it's good, are people going to like it. But in the end, I think it turned out pretty good and lots of people will love it.
So do you think the director did a good job?
Yeah, I think Gary did a good job with it because there's this scene where Lenny and George are talking about owning the farm, and I think that scene, she made it really capture all the emotions, and she did pretty good.
Oh, how about the cast member?
Oh, I think all the cast did a wonderful job. They all portrayed their characters really well, especially John, who played Lenny. I think he really got into his character.
Do you feel you cut out some part of the movie? Do you feel that those parts are unnecessary?
No, they weren't unnecessary, but to make the movie flow, some of them had to be cut out. And it wasn't like to insult the author or anything, it was just that those specific scenes, if I were to put them in the movie, it would make the movie too long and tedious, so cutting them out just made it smoother.
The book and the movie show the friendship between George and Lenny.
Thanks for sending
But
me.
at the end, due to circumstances, George has to kill Lenny. Who's the only person you think can understand why George did that?
Most people would argue Slim, because he was the one to go comfort George at the very end of both the book and the movie. He was the one to tell George, oh, come on, let's go get a drink, you need a drink. But my personal opinion, I think it would be Candy, because in the book and the movie, Carlson has to shoot Candy's dog, and Candy gets really emotional about it, and then he tells George, I should have been the one to shoot my dog. And so I think George was thinking about that when he decided that he was supposed to be the one to go and shoot Lenny, because Candy let a stranger shoot his dog, and it really hurt him. So I think George is thinking, oh, if I let a stranger shoot Lenny, it's not right. So I think Candy would be the one to understand him the most.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I think Curly's wife used her looks to get men's attention.
Use her looks to get the guy's attention because if they're attracted to her, then they're bound to talk to her, and then that gives her the attention that she desperately wanted.
All the details about your character, Curly's wife, through the lens on the farm. What is something you want to know about Curly's wife that we haven't talked about?
I would like to know about her personality and her life story and how she ended up with her husband, because she seems so lonely and always seeking attention from everyone. I definitely want that.
Because of Curly's wife, George, Lenny, and Candy didn't make their dream come true. Do you think she's a villain?
I don't think she's a villain, even though she comes off as a tramp and really flirty. I think she's seeking the attention that her husband likes to give her.
Thank you for being here with me. With actors in Cosby's book, and they always said, oh, I've read the book. Have you ever considered just go straight into the movie without using the source materials?
I personally wouldn't be able to do that because you go into a job without knowing the material, and I wouldn't be able to do that. And plus, why wouldn't you want to read a nice and such book?
During the Great Depression, that's the setting of the book, finding a job is really hard, and you have to stick with money. Was it difficult for George?
Yeah, well, it was really difficult back in that time, and especially with people not knowing what it really was like to be with somebody with those type of disabilities. It was hard, but John played really good.
How do you feel portraying Lenny, which is a special character?
To be honest, it was a challenge because you had to get into the state of mind of a child, and it helped me to get memories of my childhood, to get into that state of mind. It was, at the end, it was fun, but it was a challenge.
Your last scene with my scene where you had to kill Lenny.
Well, me and John got really close during this time, and it felt like I was about to kill one of my brothers, and it was really good. be hard for George to move on from Lenny's death because it's also like killing another brother. But I think he can move on and keep doing what he does best. Maybe things might come out for the better.
Oh, what is your favorite scene playing as Lenny?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a favorite scene. It's when asking George to tell him about their future farm and how I'm gonna be tending the rabbits. That scene gets me very emotional. I love that scene.
Well, this is a really good